Tony Khan followed up the Big Bang Theory with a bang of his own as Chris Jericho brought the ratings back down to reality. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It's time to look now at the AEW Dynamite quarterly hour ratings for September 18, 2024. Now, last week, Moxley was in the opening quarter and he got 888,000. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give Moxley some credit for that because it's been a long time since AEW got 900k. A very long time since they got 900,000 or above in their opening quarter. And 888 is pretty damn close. So I says, look, Moxley right now, he's interesting. He's probably the most interesting thing going on in AEW. I'll give him a bit of credit. But of always, you know, you give AEW credit, people can't handle it, they have to shoot it down. Well, you can't give any credit in quarter one because we all know about the Big Bang Theory. Well, I mean, that's nonsense. That's saying no matter what the number in quarter one is, you can't give anybody credit. If the Big Bang Theory is on every night, every week before AEW Dynamite, and 1 week, quarter one, let's say, does 600k, and then the week after that, quarter one does 900k. I think it's safe to assume that the week they do 900k, the person that was in the opening quarter delivered more than the week they did 600k. And that's why I was giving Moxley credit last week, because despite getting the lead in from the Big Bang Theory, quarter one last week was more than it's usually been over the past month. So I was fair in saying that, but of course, you know, people try and shoot you down because, by God, I can't say anything positive about All Elite Wrestling.
You can't say anything positive about All Elite Wrestling. Well, guess what, guys? We don't say anything positive about WWE. They both suck. And you know what? See these fanboys that circle us like fucking sharks when they smell blood?
I was thinking more shite or flies on shite.
Or in McMahon's office or something. I don't know, but no, it's ridiculous.
I can't even say, oh, I think Moxley's responsible for that, you know, decent quarter one.
Hold on. Anyone with a fucking brain cell knows that the start to a show with Jon Moxley teasing like some form of NWO takeover with Shane McMahon is fucking better than Jericho against Orange Cassidy.
And let's speak about it. Jericho Orange Cassidy, quarter one, 8 o'clock to 8:15, started the show with 782,000. Down on last week's quarter, down 106,000, which is a lot when you're dealing with smaller numbers. So down 106k from what the show started with.
Well, the show started with, boy, 782, down a lot, sickness. I'm getting down with the sickness. Feels like a sickness.
I am disturbed.
It's feeling like it's coursing through the veins of wrestling for about 20 years. Terminally fucking ill, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho, what is there to fucking say? I seen the clip of the match 4 years ago and I was like, look at Jericho's gut. I looked at it last night and it's the same fucking, it's the same issue, it's bigger, like, but come on.
Right, so quarter one, Jericho Cassidy, 782,000 views. K-Demo, 282,000, so, you know, is what it is. Going into quarter two, 8:15 to 8:30, we got Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. We then got Pac, Claudio Cascanoli, Jon Moxley, backstage promo, and then we got Wheeler Yuta with a backstage promo in the beginning of Hook versus JD Inc. Now, JD Inc, what a name. Now, the viewership went down 7%. To 724,000. However, the key demo went up 7% to 301,000. So, I mean, is it fair to maybe assume here that the loss in viewership might be the Big Bang Theory crowd tuning out?
Well, I mean, it could be.
But the increase in key demo could be the fact that Jon Moxley was on screen. Now, before anyone says you're a massive I'm actually not. I've actually never been a fan of Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose. But I will say, I think over the past month, he's been the thing that's been interesting me the most. Now, I will say, there's a big spike later on in the show, and Jon Moxley was involved in that one as well. So I think it's fair to say that the increase in key demo here might be to the fact that Moxley was on screen.
Well, I think you've got to go down that route with Jon Moxley. I mean, the numbers don't lie most of the time, and Jon Moxley is, I said it in the review, man. I think he's the best thing going in wrestling right now. Doesn't mean he's the greatest thing ever, by the way. You know, you're allowed to give things praise, by the way. Alright? Which may be rare here on this channel, but you know what? Seeing I see Jon Moxley looking meffed out, coming out and
It's
fucking
interesting because you don't know what's happening next.
Aye.
He is unpredictable. He doesn't cut these phony promos. I mean, I'm a big CM Punk fan, but fuck, you know everything he's going to say. It's all cookie cutter bullshit.
True.
John Moxley comes out, man, and you actually don't know what you're getting.
Yep, that is it.
That is it. I mean, right now
I'm feeling it.
I would rather listen to a John Moxley promo than a CM Punk promo or a Cody Rhodes promo. That's a fact. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45. We get post-match with Undisputed Kingdom, private party backstage promo. We got the Patriarchy, Queen Aminata and Yuka Sakazaki taking on Mariah May and Serena Deeb. Another 6% loss in viewership, but another 5% increase in key demo. So the viewership's going down, but the key demo's going up. Quarter 4, Queen Aminata and Yuki Sakazaki taking on Mariah May and Serena Deeb continue. We then got Mina Shawakawa returning. I said I wanted her to return. Didn't know she actually returned. But she has. We've got a reunion here. Is it any good?
I mean, it was alright, like, but...
I'd say out of the Japanese women, she seems to have a bit of charisma about her.
Aye, a bit of...
Well, I mean, Asuka's got charisma as well.
Yeah, but Asuka's old and done. I mean, as for the rest that happened here, what, Nigel McGuinness as well.
Nigel McGuinness, John Moxley, Claudio Cascanoli, Marina Shafir, Private Party, Commander, Live Angle, 1% loss in viewership, and a 3% loss in key demo. Then we're going to quarter 5, you get the continuation of the Moxley, Claudio Cascanoli, Marina Shafir, Private Party, Commander, Darby Allin, Live Angle. Then got Jack Perry video, and then it was Ricochet versus the Beast Mortoz. Now, this got a 6% increase in viewership, up to 715,000 viewers, and an 8% increase in key demo, and this was the highest rated quarter in terms of key demos for the show, and it obviously did feature, John Moxley stuff, and it was at the top of the hour, so, I mean, let's give credit for Tony Khan for actually putting this in the right spot for a change.
Yeah, absolutely, because you know what? Top of the hour, that's where it belongs.
That's when you put... See, on a 2-hour show, you have your best stuff in quarter 1 main event and quarter 5. It's not rocket science, but for Tony Khan it certainly is. I mean, he got it right this week, whether it was by luck or whatever. At least they had the best thing going right now in quarter 5. So, I mean, congratulations, Tony, for doing that. But my problem is, I mean... Private Party and Commander, why are they involved?
Yeah, I don't really understand.
I mean,
why
Jesus
but,
Christ.
Moxley battered them and said, you haven't done anything in 5 years, you're the exact same, so fuck yous, and then crushed them.
Is he wrong?
No, he's not wrong, but the problem is, why do they only admit this about some people? Like, I feel like Moxley wouldn't come out and say this with Jericho. Like, Jericho's fucking regressed.
No, but Moxley could have done what McMahon done when he said the ruthless aggression. He could have called out the entire roster to the ring and said, y'all fucking suck. You've all been the same for 5 years. And he wouldn't have been wrong.
Aye. But the reality is...
Or maybe 3 years with Jericho. Like, I think Jericho's first couple of years were alright.
Aye, first couple of years, but...
A year and a half.
Year and a half, but...
Anyway, let's move on. Ricochet and the Beast Mortos continues. We then get a Hangman Adam Page video and a Adam Page live promo. This lost 8% in viewership, down 661,000, and it also lost 8% in key demo, 302,000 in the key demo. Ricochet not bringing in the numbers, but again, do I expect Ricochet versus the Beast Mortos to have good viewership? Absolutely not. And I'm not defending Ricochet, but it's like, fuck me. When you put him against the Beast Mortos, it's almost like you want this guy to fail.
Yeah, no, that is it. A bit of breaking news. MJF has signed that multi-million dollar deal.
I thought you already had it. You signed that ages ago.
No, well, he's come out and buried some guy for saying, here, the bidding war of 2024 was everyone but MJF, and he's trying to say that WWE bottled it and didn't want him. Or did want him, but they couldn't afford it. MJF, another multi-million. Fucking this company's pissed.
Look, it's not that WWE couldn't afford MJF.
They just don't see any value.
I 100% do agree. I believe that MJF's telling the truth. What probably happened is MJF has probably been in contact with WWE and says, "This is what Tony Khan's offering me. Can you match it?" And they went, "No."
Yeah, because why would
No, I'm not saying they should, but MJF's not really making it up. It's not like when he says they can't afford him. I mean, it's not like they literally don't have the money to pay it. It's more a case of they don't think he's worth the money that he wants.
Yeah, that's it.
And the money he wants is because AEW's offering him so much.
No, the reality is, right, see in WWE, you're only going to get the money once you do it in WWE. See back in the day when, TNA was big, even though it was never that big, but it was big enough.
MJF's not getting $5 million in WWE.
Yeah, but my problem...
No, for him to get... It would take him to be a breakout star. He'd need to be the next face of the company to get $5 million.
But in WWE...
Anybody can get $5 million in AEW.
See in WWE, I think in order to get this big amount of money, you have to make yourself your name. You're already a name, or you have to make it in WWE. Like, The Rock came out the other day and said Austin was on like $1 million a year.
And he asked for 2, and McMahon basically shut him down. Laughed him.
Aye.
So he should.
Which is fucking mad to think that Austin during the Attitude Era is getting like 5 times less than Mercedes Moné. I don't give a fuck about inflation, by the way. I don't care about inflation. That's a fucking disgrace, and that's why wrestling's dead.
I mean, to be fair, I believe this was before Austin hit his peak. I think this was 97. I believe Austin's next contract, he must have negotiated.
Well, hold on. Let's say that's the case. Who the fuck does The Rock think he is asking for $2 million in 97?
Well, The Rock said he was... The Rock said he was coming in... It'd been 3 years after he was in the company. Did The Rock not debut in 94? Maybe it was 95. When did The Rock debut?
96, Survivor Series.
Oh, well, there you go. Then it was 99. That's sad. Austin was only getting... Austin should have been the highest paid. That actually makes my blood boil. I can't believe Austin was only getting $1 million in it. How's Austin getting $1 million in 99 and these fucks are getting $5 million?
That's exactly my point.
That's disgusting. Wish you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to take it back a few years so I wouldn't feel as bad.
Nah, it's bogging.
That is bogging.
I don't give a fuck if it's Ringmaster Stone or Austin McFreeze, or whatever they wanted to call him.
The Hollywood Blondes. Anyway, right, like I said, 8% down here for this quarter. Ricochet, Adam Page, one of the big stars supposedly in this company, even though CM Punk didn't think he was that simple-minded fuck, I believe he called him.
Yep.
Or dumb. Anyway, Ricochet, 8% down. Not good. Not good at all. Quarter 7, Hangman Adam Page in a Jeff Jarrett live angle. We then got Ricochet, Kyle Fletcher backstage. Then the Elite versus Konsuke Takeshita, Fletcher and Will Ospreay. This quarter 7 went down 3% to 641,000, a 20,000 loss. And the key demo went down 4% as well, down to 289,000. Quarter 8, main event match, the triple threat match continued, obviously. And then it went down 1% to 637,000. We got a slight increase in key demo to 2%. 294,000, and then the overrun, which was 6 minutes long, was basically the post match, and it was again down 2% in viewership, down to 627,000, and down 3% in key demo, down to 885, so 285,000. Yeah, not great numbers there. I mean, it's AEW, it is what it is.
Shite, isn't it?
If Dynamite was a 1 hour show, hey, if Dynamite was a 1 hour show, they'd probably be getting about what, maybe 735, 740, which ain't great either, to be fair.
But it's a 2 hour show.
Yeah, not 2 hour. But what's the excuse, man, for the second hour always being shite outside of quarter 5? There is no excuse. You can't really use the Raw excuse. Say, that third hour. That second hour kills us.
Yeah. It's weird.
I don't know,
like,
man.
see, once the main event starts in quarter 7 and it goes for like, half an hour. What if you've stayed up at that point to
May as
watch?
well see it out.
Yeah, I don't understand why people tune it. I know it's shite, but I feel like if you've tuned in, I think the main event, man, back in the day, it would have just gained. Would never have lost.
See, when wrestling was good, man, you would stick through the shite to get to the main event.
Yes.
Well, there wasn't really much shite, but the point is, you'd stick through the lower mid-carders and the mid-carders to get to the main eventers. We're in a wrestling period now where I'll take away SmackDown, but with Raw and AEW Dynamite, it's like people aren't sticking around for the main event. That baffles me.
Yeah.
That really does. Now, I would
see that to me. That tells me that you need to change your main event scene.
Aye.
They should be striving to be like, you know what? We need to be putting guys in the main event that can maintain ratings.
Well, I mean, like you say on Raw, I mean, a lot of the guys in the main event are mid-carders anyway, so it's not like they're true main eventers.
No, see, since CM Punk, right, came back to WWE, and we say he's a draw, and I still think he is, right? How many fucking segments is CM Punk ended the show? I don't think he's ended one.
He's a draw who's not drawing.
Aye.
Is that WWE? Do you think the reason that a lot of mid-carders seem to be in the Raw main event now is because WWE have kind of given up and they know the third hour is not going to do well, so therefore it's like kind of they surrender it and they're like, well, we'll just have CM Punk come out in the opener or quarter 5.
I just don't get it though.
But that, to me, that like people, I know people talk, and I'm not for 1 minute saying right that it's the same kind of thing, but people always want a main event WrestleMania.
Yep.
Should you not want to be main event Raw and SmackDown?
Yep.
I remember when Lita and Trish, right, got the main event, and like that was a massive fucking deal for them, and it was at the time. But see now, it's like, does it really matter who main events the main Raw?
No.
And also, people make it that Triple H has been great for women's wrestling, and I'm not complaining. But is it just me, or has women rarely main evented Raw since he took over?
No, I agree.
Do you not remember? Do you not remember like a few years ago? It was like it almost felt like the women had a 50-50 chance. I felt like anything involving Becky Lynch, there was a good chance at main event at Raw.
I agree. Triple H done nothing for the women's division.
Is it just me that on SmackDown sometimes the women will main event going into a premium live event because the match isn't good enough to be on?
Yeah.
So they give them the SmackDown main event as a runner-up prize, I guess. But like, is it just me on Raw? I mean, do you fit? The only way the women main event is if they're part of a male faction.
Yep, that's it.
When was the last time we seen a women's main event on Raw?
I know.
I felt like when Becky Lynch was on Raw and she was kind of like one of the main draws, that she was like getting in the main event a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore, but
Interesting.
what are you talking on AEW fair?
Well, you know what, guys? It is what it is. I mean, what can AEW do to make this? But where was Bryan Danielson, or is he still out?
I don't know. Fucking next week he's back. It makes no sense.
He's the world
Look
champ.
at the fucking feud between him and McGuinness. It's embarrassing.
Is that for the title?
Yes.
What happened to this ranking system Tony Khan had?
He's a fucking mark.
Oh, I'm going to have wins and losses and rankings. You have to be number 1 to challenge for the belt. How'd that work out for him?
It didn't.
Is McGuinness even on the rankings?
It didn't, brother.
Is McGuinness even on the rankings?
I don't know where he is. He's fucking pish.
Anyway, guys, Fog Wrestling. We've got sore throats. We're going to end it here. We're coming down with the sickness. SmackDown tonight. That'll cheer us up. That'll make us feel better. But yeah, Aew Dynamite, guys. The numbers are poor. Fuck. You know what, man? You can kind of see why Tony Khan sometimes does long matches, though. Because his roster's pish.
Yep.
Like, it's like, see if you think about it, it's like, if you just have Moxley versus Ospreay for an hour, you're getting rid of half of this crap.
Oh, yeah?
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe just have a John Moxley promo for an hour.
Moxley!
Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Bean Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and peace.